Starting a new day, we head deep into the Dead Sea wilderness. There are a few little oases along the way, but it is so low and so salty that basically nothing can grow there. After driving down the west shoreline of the Dead Sea for a while, we come to one of Israel's most popular tourist attractions, the Herodian fortress of Masada. We take the tram to the top of the mountain and start touring the unlikely city in the desert. The fact that Masada exists is miraculous. It is as close to the middle of nowhere as you can get, and there is very little water and vegetation. In about 65 AD, Jewish zealots overtook the fortress and withstood a Roman siege for a period of months. The Romans built a massive wall around the entire fortress, which can still be seen today. They also built a giant ramp so they could breach the city walls. It is said that when the Romans' entry was imminent, the zealots decided it would be better to die at each other's hands than to let the Romans kill them. Only 2 women and 5 children survived the mass suicide killing. After going back down the tram, we make a stop in Qumran, the place where the mysterious Essenes lived and the location of the Dead Sea Scrolls. The Essenes were a group of religious hermits who not much is known about. The Dead Sea Scrolls were found in many little caves surrounding the area of Qumran. The Dead Sea Scrolls help us to better corroborate and understand the Bible, as well as the Jewish world that Jesus lived in. The miracle of the Dead Sea Scrolls is that they help us to verify the words of the Bible. After having an impactful experience at Qumran, we make a quick stop at the Jordan River, at the traditional site of Jesus' baptism. The water level at this site has dropped quite drastically since the building of the Degania Dam at the Sea of Galilee. Jesus' baptism was such a pivotal event, as it marked the beginning of his earthly ministry. He set the perfect example of submitting to the Father's will through being baptized, thus fulfilling all righteousness. It was beautiful to be on the shores of the Jordan River and to think about this amazing event. We ate a delicious meal at a Palestinian restaurant. The mint lemonade is the best that I've ever had in my entire life. With our visit to the baptism site finished and a delicious lunch in our stomachs, we make a quick stop at Mount Temptation in Jericho, the oldest city in the world. This is the traditional location where it is said that Jesus was tempted by Satan after his 40-day fast. I can't imagine what it must have been like for the Savior to go without food or water for 40 days in this setting. It must have been absolutely brutal. It comes as no surprise that the devil used the temptation of bread as his first attempt to break the Savior's will. If you look on the mountain, you can see a monastery built right into the steep cliffs, accessible via gondola. We stop by an olive wood shop in Jericho, Jimmy's Bazaar. Jimmy specializes in making beautiful olive wood sculptures, and many of his items are absolutely breathtaking. I loved getting to know him as we explored around his shop. So I'm standing here in the old city of Jericho. This is the oldest city in the world, which has a lot of Old Testament as well as New Testament specific items. In the Old Testament, this is the story of Joshua and the walls of Jericho, as well as the New Testament with Zacchaeus and blind Bartimaeus. This is the city that Jesus went from up to Jerusalem during his final week. When you've had a long and hot day, you look forward to swimming in a nice cold lake or river, but not before riding a sunglass-wearing camel. After riding this awesome camel for a few minutes, we went down to the Dead Sea to take a swim. Unfortunately, it was neither cold nor relaxing. The water is hot, and you have to be careful to not get the water in your eyes. The sensation of floating in the Dead Sea is unlike anything I have ever experienced. The Dead Sea is supposed to have medicinal and healing qualities, and people will oftentimes cover themselves in mud and then let the sea wash it away. We gave it a shot, and my skin has never felt smoother. Once our time at the Dead Sea was over, we washed up and headed up to Jerusalem, which is an elevation gain of about 1,400 feet. I'm standing out here in the Judean wilderness, so down there is Jericho, and up there is Jerusalem. And this is the trail that Jesus would have taken to get up to Jerusalem, as well as the setting for the Good Samaritan story. It's amazing to pass from the desert environment of the Dead Sea to the greener landscapes of the Judean hills that surround the area of Jerusalem. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you are learning more about the Savior and increasing your desire to follow him. Please watch the next video in this series to continue the journey with me, and consider subscribing to this channel. I would appreciate it if you could like and share this content if you find it valuable. Thank you so much for watching.